episode 2.
Episode 2, recorded last minute as always.
Yes.
Mainly because we don't have a social life.
Okay, yeah, this time we're actually together.
Yeah.
We're actually here, because I feel like on the call we kind of cut each other off, but we
Yeah.
don't know we're cutting each other off because, like...
No, we did not.
It's like there's a delay.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
a
there was
delay
a
in
delay. And my favourite part is the delayed T-pose I done. It was excellent.
Honestly, it's watching you talk and I can hear it, and then all I see is... It's like a mime.
I feel like Neo.
It's
in
like,
the Matrix.
it's like a really bad mime.
You know who's a really bad mime? Tim Curry.
I don't get the joke. Was there a joke to that?
Nah, I just wanted to have it out in the open.
Okay, so what are we talking about first then on last minute podcasts?
I won't lie, I forgot the topics already, which is a last minute thing.
Ah, yeah, so the topic is about how bad our memory is.
That mid
Mid-tier, there's a perfect segue. Assassin's Creed, mid-tier game franchise, yes or no? Yeah.
Yeah.
You just straight at the back, you're not going to elaborate, you're not going to
No.
keep them on hold.
No.
No, it's, that's kind of, you can't just say, yeah, it's mid straight off the bat, because then no one wants to like watch the rest of the video.
Yeah, well, guess what? Stay tuned and you'll find out why.
You find out why, but now they know the answer, so they could just leave.
Yeah, well, if they do that, then they're just bastards.
Okay, so Assassin's Creed. Okay, so we discussed where we put it in a tier. I don't think we recorded that, did we?
No.
That was just us.
Yeah. We can always make a tier list later for money. I say money, but really,
That'd be
this is
cool.
going to
But
be used.
we agreed that there is 3 S tier games, right?
Yes.
And that was Brotherhood, 2, and Black Flag.
Yeah.
Arguably the most innovative games in the series,
Correct.
and they all worked on launch, as far as I know.
You leave Unity alone.
Yeah, but we do need to talk
Yeah.
about Unity. We need to
Yeah.
talk about Unity because
Unity works fine for me, which is so hard. Like everyone's like,
Until
it's
you-
so glitchy, and I was like, I don't know.
Tell you play multiplayer.
No, mine was completely fine.
That's you're lying because you
I'm
played
not lying.
you played multiplayer with us and you experienced the exact same things we experienced.
No,
Like
no.
Gal's been able to spot you from behind walls.
No,
That
correction. It happened 6 months after. But when I played with Nathan, the first 2 months, it was completely fine. I join you all, and it goes to shit. So maybe it wasn't the game that was glitching. Maybe it was the people.
Maybe the real Unity was the friends we made along the way.
Oh.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed Unity has. Let's talk. Okay, what do you think of this story? Mid tier story.
Mid-tier story.
Most Assassin's Creed games have mid tier stories post Revelations.
Post-Revelations.
Is Rogue a good story? I haven't played Rogue.
It's a good story, but I'd say no because they don't capitalise on it in the future games. It's one of those stories where it's like that makes so much sense.
Still, I feel
But
like
why do not fucking like, especially because it leads directly into Unity
yeah, because he kills
because
Arnold's
it kills
dad.
dad.
Yeah.
And then it's like Arnold just doesn't give a shit that somebody killed his dad.
Yeah, he's more about avenging his stepfather, right?
Yeah.
His adopted
What are
father.
you doing, stepdad?
Nah, it's his stepsis he was into.
What are you doing, step?
Arnold was the first man to do his stepsister
On camera.
on camera.
We don't know about others who have got no proof.
How do you think he got a camera on the revolutionary time France?
Just have an ancestor that videos it by accident.
Oh. No, cameras didn't exist back then, did they? No, they didn't.
No, it's 18th.
Everything was
19th
painted.
century invention.
Everything was painted, right?
Yeah.
Do you think they had to tell people during executions to hold still while they like painted all the fine details and all the people shouting and all that?
What the fuck do you think?
Just I would be a hilarious image. Like, can you all hold still for like 3 hours till I like
Just
get all the details?
can we really take that? I know you've beheaded him, but I didn't get enough blood spray to convey my emotions.
I feel like, can you chop that off again?
Imagine they just like start ditching it back together. Right, ready and 3, 2, 1. Is that good? We've got it, boys.
Right, ma.
Cheer around.
I
Let's
saw-
get to the
no.
pub.
I've got a photographic memory, but I blinked just as the head was rolling. So we're going to need to do that again.
At that point, they've not even got a neck left.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like to be guillotined. On a side note,
I would like to be. You wouldn't or
wouldn't.
wouldn't.
Yeah.
You crave death,
Yeah, but I feel like it'd be inconvenient.
but a guillotine.
Yeah.
Inconvenient how?
Because I'd have to get in position and have to put my head through. I'm vulnerable through the back. It's mid-century France. You don't know what they're up to.
I'm vulnerable from the back. Oh yeah, no, that's no. I don't think that's the thing you need to be worrying about when getting put to death.
Yeah,
It's
but,
like-
but I crave it.
It's just, is somebody going to be like, you know what, man? I need to hit that before it goes out of this world.
There's actually a painting of someone hitting it for the back, and they go
This
to
is why
slap,
they
they go to
invited-
slap the ass.
This
the
is why they
second
invited
get
the
beheaded.
electric chair, so you're sitting down
Aye,
and nobody can hit you
yeah.
from the back.
The only problem is that sometimes they put dildos down and you just wind up getting full throttle without realising it. Those poor souls.
You took this in a very.
Sexual erection.
And then Assassin's Creed. Oh, speaking of, that's a perfect segue because Assassin's Creed 2 is like probably like one of the first times like.
See that?
What do you see it in Assassin's? Yeah,
Yeah.
because all the paintings have the
Yeah.
have they exposed. Because I've got was it
And then
it's,
and the intro sex scene as well.
is it not basically replicas? They've just put the replicas like they photocopied
Yeah,
actual paintings and they've actual replicated them in the game.
yeah.
That's pretty cool for like a 2000 game. A game that came in
2009.
2009. Yeah. Funny enough, like Assassin's Creed 1 came in 2007, and then 2 years, 2009, and we wouldn't see another like gap until Syndicate and Origins, like because that was 2015, and there was
Man,
a
they
2 year
were
gap.
really on a roll for those early years, weren't they?
Yeah, what? I was actually watching a video today, and somebody, here's a question: did you think that Brotherhood and Revelation were developed by 2 different studios?
Yeah, felt like it.
No, they were all led by Montreal.
Yeah.
The first Assassin's Creed game that wasn't Montreal was
Right,
Rogue, I
right.
think. So think about it, like Montreal led every Assassin's Creed game. So yearly releases
Yearly.
from 2009 right up to 2014. Not 2015 because Montreal done Syndicate, right?
Yes.
Did Montreal do Syndicate? I don't know,
Don't
but
know.
they done Unity.
Mm.
So even though they didn't do Rogue in 2014, they at least done Unity. So they have done at least a game every year from 2009 to 2014.
Syndicate is mid.
So what's like the highlights of the Assassin's Creed game? Like,
Altair Ibn Lahad.
just that,
Just that.
just that.
With his Jordans on.
Yeah, but the main
Dunking
draw,
on people.
the main draw is for an Assassin's Creed game.
It's to be an assassin.
No, it's the Air Jordans,
It's the
obviously.
Air
Mark.
Jordans.
It's the Air Jordans, Mark.
That's why Altair's
You
called
gotta-
Altair.
Is exactly the assassination's just code for really good dunks
Yeah,
because you assassinated the other team because
exactly.
you played so well. You assassinated their career. You didn't kill them physically,
Yeah. You
but
see,
their career, that's gone. That's dead. That's buried.
That's dead. You see when they're slamming down and you think they're stabbing. That's not them. That's just them going so hard that they're putting it through the rack and they're pushing them to the floor after establishing dominance.
How different Assassin's Creed would have been if it was a basketball
Basketball
game
game.
with obstacle courses.
Yeah.
Like it's not just like an average basketball game; it's a basketball game with parkour.
Yeah. I actually want to see someone.
You know they
make-
could do that. They could do that now because you could make a role playing because with Origins, starting with Origins, it's took this kind of actually arguably starting in Unity. They kind of started to put in a lot more of these role play kind of aspects like RPG aspects where you can level up your stats and
Yeah, but the difference with that though is in Unity and that it didn't feel like an RPG.
yeah, it still feels very linear.
Yeah, which I think
It was a
Assassin's
balance.
Creed should
That's
be.
what we said. There's a good balance. Like there's a good bit of customization and a good level system.
Yeah,
But the level system's not confusing. It's very straightforward. It's you get your skill points and then you can unlock certain things based on certain attributes like your
Yes.
combat,
yeah,
your stealth, what was the other one? There was combat stealth, and there was
Armor or something.
no, because that's your stats that you get with your caution, which is a different thing.
I don't.
Was
it shooting or something maybe?
I think it was to do with your ego vision, like
Ego.
something to do with range.
Aye, no, because you could use it for others as well.
You can unlock other abilities, like additional abilities that you didn't have at the start of the game, like disguise, which becomes really handy in Assassin's Creed Unity.
Very.
That's another thing I say about Assassin's Creed Unity. Like overall mid game, but I would say
ideas.
I would say the stealth is S tier. I would say the stealth in Unity is the best the stealth has ever been.
I'd also argue that it has the best fight, like what's the one for?
It's actually challenging.
Aye, like it doesn't feel like, as much as I'll love like being like Edward and just like fucking spamming X to kill people.
It's satisfying to look at, but overall it's like an actual game mechanic. But I feel like I've never been too fussed about the Assassin's Creed games for combat. If I wanted to play a game for good combat, I would simply play Arkham. I would just play the Arkham games, right? Because that's unequivocally the best fucking combat system in a video game, right?
Nah, Devil May Cry. There's just
that but that kind of hand-to-hand visceral combat, because Devil May Cry is a lot more. I think that's on the same. I think that's
it's like an onion.
That's like going to Web of Shadows level, where it's more kind of comic booky, like this kind of like comic booky, over the top, like prototype kind of shit.
It's like an onion. It's got layers.
I'm not saying it's not got layers, but I would say that Arkham game perfects that hand-to-hand combat. That simple rhythmic.
Yeah, the simple rhythmic. Aye, but
and the AI's intelligent enough that you're not. It's not the same patterns you expect. You actually have to think on the battlefield. You've got certain movesets.
I don't know, man. I've never found Arkham challenge like this combat's challenging. Like, I think the most challenging was probably Night, but the thing is, because you got so many gadgets, you've got, and you're Batman, so you've got prep time before you launch in.
Arkham Asylum's combat kind of got challenging. Yeah, because Arkham Asylum was never combat
heavy.
It's because in the story it's not combat. I feel like the actual combat segments in Arkham Asylum compared to what the other games do.
Yeah,
it's different because especially
it's
when
more challenging, but I think that's because
you don't really have
limit either system.
You don't have the gadgets, like the quick gadgets. You can if you want to throw a batarang during like I think you can quick throw batarangs in Arkham Asylum. I don't know if you can.
I don't think you can in Asylum. Actually, no, I think you can, because you can quick fire on Jokers. The what are they called? You know what I'm on about? Because you can quick fire on them, I'm sure. The wee charter thief. I've forgot what they're talking.
You could, yes, that's the only thing you could do, but you couldn't do it like in Arkham City. If you quick fire a battery, you could quick fire I think up to 3 before the animation would stop. Well, in this one I think you can only do like one. And if you want to do it again, there's like this. You will do it again, but it's like this pause. In Arkham City, it's dun dun dun. It's like it's rhythmic. It's dun dun dun, as if like it's responding to you. But if you do it in Arkham Asylum, it's like dun. You press the button again and there's a delay.
Yeah.
And then he throws another one, and by that time you don't really get to throw it because you're being clubbed. You're being clubbed by one of the inmates.
That is true.
And then they've got you in the guillotine gun where your back's exposed.
Oh Lord.
They've got the guillotine in Arkham Asylum. I'm pretty sure they do.
Father, forgive me.
Yeah, but the Arkham games, I feel like the Arkham games for me strike a good challenge.
Yeah, I'd agree.
However, Arkham Asylum's also another game. Like, I love the Assassin's Creed, but Arkham Asylum especially does stealth better than... Like, stealth is so much more fun in the Arkham games than it is in Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem with Assassin's Creed games is because they don't build it for stealth most of the times.
Yeah, well, it's
even the stealth sections.
Well, from Brotherhood right up to Assassin's Creed Rogue, it was basically, as you said, this very, very flashy combat where you could just mow people like chain kills.
Yeah.
Chain kills were the coolest shit to look at ever, especially in Assassin's Creed 3 and like Black Flag, where the quality of the games just looked better.
And especially with the pistol swords in 4, just made it so dramatic.
It's such a stupid weapon, but so fun.
And the funniest, the best part is it was a real weapon. That's my favourite part about it.
You like to think, who invented that?
Some Blackbeard's fucking disabled cousin. Smackbeard. Because he's that fucking.
It has the same energy as a Fast and Furious movie, doesn't it? It's like
Dom Toretto's fucking ancestors.
it's the same creative idea where it's just let's just mash these things that have no. Not the first couple of Fast and Furious movies. They were more grounded in reality and had like this believability. I'm not saying because they threw believability out the window it became bad.
That's one of the reasons.
Could be, arguably,
I think the only reason is that
subjectively.
I think the only reason that Dom Toretto just isn't a fucking interesting character.
As I say, Vin Diesel's best role is when he's limited to saying like,
I am Groot.
I am Groot. You stay. No, you stay. I go no falling is what he says as Iron Giant.
Yeah.
And like Superman, and you can barely tell it's Vin Diesel.
Yeah, the best Vin Diesel roles is when you don't know it's Vin Diesel. I feel like that's accurate to say.
I feel like Vin Diesel gave up acting at some point and just started playing himself in movies, which is still more effort than Bruce Willis put into films.
True.
Bruce Willis doesn't even turn up for movies, but he's retired now.
Yeah, because he's got something brain disease or something. Didn't
Yeah,
you know?
but do you think that was a thing forever? Because he's basically not been tried in movies for a long time. So how long has the brain disease been part of that? But the brain disease is the brain disease the reason he stopped trying in films, or did he stop trying in films and then a brain disease harmed and he's just like, well, I can't even do the bare minimum anymore. I can't even do the bare minimum of like getting my stunt double to do my scenes for me.
Imagine that actually was what harmed it. Like it just the brain disease just rotted him for like 30 years or something.
It was the brain disease.
Bruce Willis's best movie and his last good movie was Die Hard.
Do you think it was all the M. Night Shyamalan films he done?
Aye.
Like all the twists gave him the brain disease.
His brain just couldn't handle it.
He couldn't accept that Samuel Jackson was the bad guy this whole time. And Unbreakable.
Samuel Jackson's a good guy.
Yeah, Samuel Jackson has always been a good guy.
Glass was bad.
That was an awful film. We're off topic, but let's
just
talk about Glass for just a quick segment because I think
1 second.
I feel
Glass was a waste of excellent.
That
actors.
trilogy deserves a whole segment on a different podcast.
Yeah.
I think, but we'll quickly talk about it here, and then we'll go back to mid video game franchises, wrap that up, and then go to what was it, horror movies?
Horror movies,
yeah, it's horror movies.
This is a horror movie because it fucking scared me to watch.
Yeah, but as I say, that has a whole thing. But the Unbreakable trilogy, as I call it, is so interesting because it's got that thing where most films have like a good first two movies and then a shit third movie.
Yeah. It's like the opposite of Evil Dead. The Evil Dead had a shit first film. Fight me on this. But the other two were excellent.
Yeah. So, Split was really good.
Split was good, I enjoyed it.
Glass. So how does that end again? Correct me if I'm wrong, but did they not drown Bruce Willis in a puddle?
No, was it Bruce Willis did they drown in a puddle?
Yeah, because this is water.
Yeah, they drown him in a puddle. The beast disappears, so they just shoot him. Am I right? And I can't remember how they kill Samuel Jackson's character.
Does he not just like get pushed?
I think he does get pushed.
Can he not just like, because isn't his thing that he's just so fragile, like, so the whole like basically he could have just killed him by like blowing on him. Really. You'd have to a gentle nudge. Should have
breathing in too hard near him.
Like a swift elbow to the jaw would have fucking shattered that man's entire fucking existence.
Elbow fucking flick his face.
Stuff. I would have liked to have actually seen a visual thing if like he got punched and he just shattered. That would have been cool. But I don't think
that would
do
have
that.
made it S tier.
I think he just like falls on the floor and just like whimpers and then like dies.
And then it like it's like there are more people out there that have supernatural abilities. Da, da, da. And it's like I don't fucking care. I'm not invested in them.
It's like after Endgame when they killed Tony Stark.
Yeah, because I'm not invested in MCU.
Yeah, but so Assassin's Creed mid-tier.
Yeah.
Mid-tier game franchise.
Mid-tier game
franchise.
franchise.
What would you say? What would you give the Arkham series? I say it's an A tier. Yeah, it's A tier. I feel like it's not S tier simply for the fact that
too much Batmobile.
Too much Batmobile.
And too much Batmobile, and at the same time not enough.
I have other complaints about the Arkham series that I could possibly get into. Mostly that a lot of the gameplay just loops for ages
Yeah.
in certain segments. There's certain segments in all of the games I feel like not bad per se, but do bring the game down.
Yeah.
Side missions especially, I feel like the side missions could have been so much more.
I'm upset with Night because it's like they had like the concept behind all like the fucking side missions. I'm like, this is pretty cool, and then it just
I will say this: Arkham Origins is an underrated gem.
yeah, I'd agree.
Arkham Origins is S tier for me. That's up there with City.
C.
You agree or you disagree? I don't.
C.
You say C, that means yes, but you're looking at me as if I'm fucking offended.
No, I
you.
mean C tier.
C tier. Alright, C.
C.
Well, Origins or City.
No, I'm not, that's a fucking blasphemous take. Origin, no, Origins. Fucking City, I see. Fucking Origins.
Origins a C.
Yeah.
It's an underrated gem. C, seriously?
Yeah. That's me rating it fairly.
You're rating it fairly.
Yeah.
I guess because I think I just enjoy the game a lot.
Yeah.
I'm biased.
You're biased.
So it probably is a C tier.
Yeah.
It probably is.
Probably is.
But
In your heart. In your heart, it's in this.
Asylum's also in the S tier, and Knight's an A tier. Overall, you'd think it'd be an S tier, really, didn't you? But I'm kind of judging that based on my enjoyment.
No, I was gonna say sometimes I think Night might be a B tier game.
Would
Like-
you prefer Asylum or City?
Asylum. I don't know. I just really loved.
I'm with you.
I just
say-
love the atmosphere. That the
I feel
game
like
creates.
City overall it's a better game overall, right?
Yeah.
Because it definitely takes the
Improves.
things from Asylum, like combat especially, as we're sitting
Combat
saying, the
especially.
combat in City compared to Asylum is god tier,
Yeah.
right? And Asylum doesn't have shabby combat, not at all. But
Not at
as I
all.
say, it was about that environment, and I don't feel like City and Origins or Night capture that same feeling you get playing Asylum, where you dread turning every corner.
Aye. Mainly because of fucking Scarecrow.
Oh, the Scarecrow missions. I
Um,
could never play them by myself.
I know. I was there when you completed the last one, and I was terrified to go home. This is what Scarecrow did to like fucking what 6-year-olds.
Mm. So that's that 13 years old that game is now. Do you remember the first trailer for that game? It was in. If you went, we went to go watch the Dark Knight
Dark
movie,
Knight.
and the Dark Knight came out the year before,
Yeah.
and there was a trailer for it. And what was it? The trailer shows, and it was like, oh, Killer Croc comes out. So Killer Croc pops out, and that's the game basically grabbing your ass. Is a dark, serious game, and we were
It's like the Joker laughing.
we must have been like edgy 7-year-olds. They were like, that looks cool. And then we actually played the game and shot ourselves. Realised we
Yeah.
weren't as like.
Like
Realised we weren't as tough as we were. We were like ready for this game. Like we can have. It's the same way horror movies.
yeah.
I can watch Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm a big boy. I can do the toilet. And then you watch it, and then you.
I was doing a
then-
toilet the other night.
You can put.
Oh, fucking hell. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Scarecrow. The Scarecrow missions really.
Mate, I
got
won't
to
lie,
me.
you know the fucking Killer Croc mission?
Yeah, that gets to me. See, as an adult, no, the Scarecrow missions don't scare me, but the Killer Croc one,
Yeah.
oh, I don't know, scare, but it puts me on edge. I'm
I
on edge.
think it's because it's like like quick time jump scares, isn't it?
It
It's the
just
best
jumps
way-
out at you and you're like a bastard.
It's even worse when it's like he's right next to you because it's like I can't roly poly away to fucking shoot you in the face with a batarang.
I feel like I freeze, and I feel like that's the point. Is because you should just be able to hit him with that, man. You
Yeah.
no need to worry. But I feel like the reason that he can sometimes get you is because when he pops out,
Aye,
you
you
actually
actually
freeze
jump.
up. You
Yeah.
actually kind of freeze up and forget that you're playing a game
Yeah.
for a second. And you're like, oh shit, this big green thing. You're like, get out my gaff, you green cunt.
Yeah. You know what else is mid tier? Well, I'm not going to say franchise, but mid tier game.
Mm.
Spider-Man PS4.
Oh, fucking fight you on how. Okay, okay, but we can segue into that.
But guess what?
The Spider-Man one. Well, actually, let's make this the last one, but Spider-Man games.
No, but guess what?
What?
I've not even played it yet.
You've not even played. I know. It's a belter of a game. Miles Morales is also really, really good. But the Spider-Man game franchise as a whole is actually quite interesting because, like Batman, there's before the Arkham series, what were the Batman games like? Like, they were fun, but what were they like?
There's one really good PS2 game, and it was based off the Tim Allen.
Tim Burton.
No, Tim Burton.
No, the animated series.
Aye, what's it?
Rise of the Sin Tzu.
It was
Vengeance.
Vengeance.
That's the worst one.
No.
No, there's one that's really janky, and there's one that actually plays well.
Aye, Rise of the Sun was the janky one. I remember because everyone was hyped for that one, and then it was absolute dog shit.
I can't remember. Batman Begins for the
that was.
for the PlayStation 2.
I'm saying this because like I played it as a Wayne. That was surprisingly alright.
The soundtrack had no right to be as good as it was. The
Soundtrack
Batmobile
was
missions had no right to be as good as they were for a 2005 movie tie-in game.
Yeah.
But retrospect, Spider-Man 2 for the PlayStation 2 in 2004 had no right to have as good like web swinging mechanics.
You know what they had the never right to be better than the movie?
What?
X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yes.
That
yes.
was so good.
That is S tier movie tie-in game.
That is
Movie tie-in game should be entire.
a genre.
I want that to come back.
Yeah.
Give me the B movie again.
Right. Let's not go that far.
The B movie tie-in game made by Beanox, who also made Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions and the Amazing Spider-Man tie-in games.
Yeah.
They started on a high too because Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions was arguably a fresh change of pace because Spider-Man games at that point in time had been so Spider-Man 2 came out in 2004 and then there was Spider-Man
Friend or foe?
no Ultimate Spider-Man
Ultimate Spider-Man.
and then there was the Spider-Man 3 movie game
Yeah.
and then Friend or
And then
Foe.
Friend or Foe. Which I love and I'm pretty sure you hate.
No, I had fond memories of that.
Was it what one was it that you hated that I liked then? Because there's one no tie-in. There's one that I was like, oh, I like that. And you're like, you're disgrace.
Did you like Edge of Time?
I don't think I played Edge of Time, so it's not that one. What one's
But
Edge
you
of
like
Time?
Shattered Dimensions, right?
Yeah.
It's the one. That's the one we got to play in the Wild Spider-Man. I know you like.
Yes, yeah, that in the 2099 one.
Aye.
Yeah, that.
I know you loved it based on that fact simply because you got to play an edgy Spider-Man.
I got to play Batman Spider-Man.
There was two edgy Spider-Man in that game. There was Ultimate Black Suit Spider-Man, who was an edgy teen anyway.
Yeah.
Without the black suit, because Ultimate Spider-Man comics go hard.
True. Go harder than its fucking universe.
It had no right to be as good as it was in such a mediocre
Yeah.
a mediocre universe, and that's another thing. It had a really good game. I feel like the only complaint I've got with Ultimate Spider-Man is that it was really short.
Yeah, it's like 5 hours long, isn't it? Maybe less.
I think it's like a 10-hour game. I think the story's like 5 hours.
The story's 5 hours.
You could blast out the story in 5 hours, but I think if you've mastered the controls, and that's like a 10-hour game, like 100%.
Yeah.
And that means like collecting everything and doing all the races and beating all Johnny Storms and unlocking all the costumes.
Yeah, that this cycle does every now and again.
I never unlocked it.
What?
I never unlocked the black suit in Ultimate Spider-Man.
Did you know?
No, I never, because I could never. Do you know what was? I could never do the race. I could never do the hard races because it requires you to do all these like cool tricks, and the controls are just no there on the PlayStation 2. I don't have the capacity to learn how to play on a computer.
Get an emulator. Get an emulator. And just get better.
I did play it on an emulator. I had this. You fall into the exact same problem.
Man was trying to cheat the system, but the system cheated him.
It's emulating,
Yeah.
and you're playing on a controller, but the responses are still exactly the fucking same. It's emulating a PlayStation 2
Yeah.
game.
Actually, here's a franchise that I think is like it goes for being mid a lot of the times to like some really good games. Resident Evil. Like it's like
I've played like one Resident Evil game and I don't even remember which one it was. It's the one where I can't remember I don't know which one this is. You'll know which one this was, but you have to like protect this one fucking annoying lassie for the entire game.
Oh, Resident Evil 4, like the most highly acclaimed video game.
You have to. So everybody has like fond memories of Resident Evil, but I only play Resident Evil 4, and I was probably like, when did that come out? 2007.
I think that was not.
Was that
no? Was that no?
Is that the first one for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360?
I think it was. Aye, it was.
So it would have been 2006 or 7.
Yeah, nah, maybe even 2000. I think it might have been a 2000.
No, it couldn't have been 2005 because
I'll tell you.
the Xbox 360 came out
I
in
know, but
2006.
I think it might have got like remade for them. Well, no remade, but you know what I mean. Like they just made like a hanging version for it. I'll tell you now. Resi 4.
I'm sure that's PS3 because that's a HD game.
2005.
2005.
Aye.
So it's no.
No, it's for
So it's a PS2.
PS2 and all that.
Oh, so it was a PS2 then. Right. Cool.
It was originally released for the the GameCube of all things.
Of course. Well, the GameCube was pretty good in its
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, I had actually like I say that like as if GameCube was bad. I had some fucking bangers, fucking Smash.
The GameCube also fucking had the exact same version of Spider-Man 2 as the PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Xbox had Spider-Man 2. I think no, the Xbox had the same version. The Xbox had the same version. It was the PC version that was
version
total crap.
I
I like the PSP version of Spider-Man 2. That was pretty cool.
That was pretty interesting. But no, I was gonna say like Resident Evil, like the first game, the voice acting was so bad, but like the game was good. Then Resident Evil 2, it's like it got better.
I think I distinctly remember people playing Resident Evil, not playing it myself, because I have vivid memories. Because I've seen that and people review it.
Yeah, no, I'm in too deep. I play the side games.
You've played the side games.
Yeah, like fucking mercenaries and all that, and it's like I'm in too deep, bro. But I love it, and I hate it at the same time. But it's like I think it's like such a mid-tier franchise, but at the same time, it's got some absolute bangers.
Well, that's what we're sitting saying about Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Redemption is an S tier franchise. It's only got 2 games though, but they 2 games are perfect. So
or as close to perfect as you're going to get.
Closest to perfect as you could get for the times they came out. Like obviously Red Dead Redemption 2 in a lot of ways is so much better than Red Dead Redemption 1.
Yeah.
But Red Dead Redemption 1 came out in 2010. Like this is an 8-year gap. Like neither you expect it to have advancements in technology, but Red Dead Redemption 1 is still a highly playable game to this day. It's aged well. Despite
it feels janky in comparison to Resident Evil 2, but that's literally just because of technology.
Do you mean Red Dead Redemption 2?
I said it feels janky in comparison to Red Dead 2.
You said Resident Evil 2.
Well, that feels janky, I know, in comparison.
Everything feels janky compared to Red Dead Redemption 2.
Not Devil May Cry.
Not Devil May Cry. I've never played the games.
I'm going to force you to sit down and play through all of them. Except 2. I'm not that harsh.
Yeah. So wrapping that up, let's go into horror movies.
Mid. Let's be real though. Most horror movies are mid.
But that's the fun. That's the fun.
Of a horror
right? Like an A-tier horror movie is always good.
An A-tier horror movie is a D-tier movie.
No, but an A-tier horror movie is actually that's a good way to put it because. Yes, they're good, they're well written, or they're psychological. But how many times you go back? How many times you got to rewatch it? No, I'm rewatching the cheesy Friday the 13th movies.
Yeah.
There's a reason the remake in Nightmare on Elm Street fell flat. It took itself too fucking seriously.
Yeah. You know what I'm still rewatching? Dead Silence.
Dead Silence. Dead Silence is a masterpiece.
It's a masterpiece.
It's a masterpiece.
And
it has no right to be a masterpiece.
It's so good. But in the worst way possible, because it could have been so better.
I hate the film, but only because I hate the fact that it has no right to be as good as it is.
It's a tragedy what happened to that film. It deserved better.
It
also deserved that I'm a fucking James Wan and Lee Whannell fanboy, but that's got nothing to do with it.
I feel like the only reason I like Aquaman is because I like him as a director.
Yeah.
The same reason like I only like Doctor Strange because I like Sam Raimi as a director.
Yeah. What was I going to say? But yeah, no, I think James Wan's got like a pretty solid like career as a horror director because he's got Saw, which I think Saw is a genuinely good movie in comparison to the other ones. Because let's be honest, at that point, it's more about the traps than the EastEnders storyline that it becomes. Aside from when the Hoffmanators on trial, we love the Hoffmanator.
The Hoffmanator.
But
the Saw movies. I have a lot of fun with the Saw films.
I enjoy the Saw films.
I feel like most of them are B tier movies, but
S tier because of how fucking ridiculous they are.
I mean, it's an S tier franchise based on iconography alone, right?
It's an S tier franchise. No, it's an S tier franchise. We like maybe only one or two movies that are actually S tier.
Spyro is one of them.
That's actually that. No, that's not even a joke. I like
Spyro is S tier on Chris Rock.
I genuinely enjoyed Spyro.
It is not the best performance I've seen. That goes to Jared Leto or Morbius, obviously.
Not even seen Morbius.
Neither have I. I'm not.
Nah,
You don't need to see it.
You know my
You
favorite.
don't need to see
you know
it.
my favorite. You know my favorite thing is people are learning that it doesn't say it's Morbin time. Like people that didn't that people that thought that was a fucking line. Like aye, alright,
What do
is
you
it
mean?
a fucking Power Ranger? It's Morbin time. Let's go, boys. Fucking Zordon's gonna appear.
You know, if they make a sequel, he's got to say it now because it's Sony.
It's
But that's what I love about Sony. Sony is like they're so out of touch.
that they're actually in touch.
They're so out of touch, but they're in touch at the same time. They're,
Yeah.
they're in touch, but they don't know.
They don't know how.
They don't know how. They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Right? They understand that memes are popular, right?
They incorporate memes. They just don't understand them.
And the thing is, man, see the reason I think they go the way to make like the Venom movies, like Morbius. See the reason these movies have just became absolute memes is
Yeah.
because Sony is winning the console wars. They have enough money to splash out on these films to just dick about.
Yeah.
Just dick about with. If it's a success, great,
Great.
we'll fucking capitalise on it. But I feel like they're dicking about, and they know they're dicking about. They're dicking about Marvel hard, and the
I
thing
love
is,
it.
the thing is, this is the one company that has something there, Disney. Like, you may have every
Yeah.
Marvel character under the sun, but we have Spider-Man.
And no one gives a shit about anyone else.
Think about it. No Way Home would have still made more money than they still because Spider-Man alone.
That's true. But yeah, what were we what were we saying before we segued?
Horror movies.
I no, what was the exact thing we were talking about? Oh, I like I can't fucking.
We just put them into tiers what we think is a mid-tier franchise, and then just like talking about that franchise. Like
Do-
we
do
say
you know what-
something's
you know what-
mid-tier, and then
you know
we
what's
gush about it. We just go, yes, that's mid-tier, but let's gush about it for ages.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm like, just because it's mid doesn't mean it's bad. It's okay to be mid.
Depending on what you mean by mid, because sometimes I feel like if I had to say, because mid can be bad. See if I say an episode of Doctor Who's mid, that's bad. I think to me, I think that's actually worse than it being like F tier, because an F tier ones usually stick out to me and they're memorable.
So the 13th Doctor's entire run,
Then the 13th Doctor's entire run is mid, and that's
okay.
not okay because I tuned the fuck out.
Man, I've stopped watching Doctor Who, but no, you know what's actually like an S tier franchise? If you forget about the rest of the movies, Hellraiser. Like if you just watch like the first three, you're in the clear.
All the Leprechaun movies.
They're honestly below mid. Like let's not lie.
I love the Leprechaun movies. They're so bad, they're good.
I think what's it? Leprechaun Origins is like the only one that I've seen that I'm like that's like no joke, genuinely good movie.
That's the wait, what? Leprechaun Origins.
If it's the one I'm thinking about, it's the reboot one. That was like actually scary. Like I can't imagine.
Actually scary. No, isn't it?
I can't imagine if it's the sequel.
That is actually somehow like it's the one that takes itself the most seriously, but it's also the one that I found not only the least scary, but just the worst movie in the franchise of all time. That's the
Yeah,
worst.
well,
That's the worst Leprechaun movie.
Well, here's the thing.
That wasn't in any way, shape, or form a good film.
Here's the thing. You're just wrong.
Wait, you got to tell me you prefer like a CGI creature that you barely see with. I don't know. It's like got 5 minutes of screen time overall in the entire film.
Hey! 5 minutes and 2 seconds.
5 minutes. Those 2 seconds count.
No, they do.
It was very quick. You missed it. It was if you're not paying attention, you might actually miss the Leprechaun in this movie.
Yeah, no, I don't like Leprechaun movies in general. Though I just found it annoying. Especially when he goes to the hood.
They're the best ones.
That is the best one.
They're the best ones. You're telling me you don't like the ones where he goes to the hood.
I do. That's the only one I can.
What about the one where he goes to space?
Jason X was better. And it's no often you'll hear me say that.
But Jason doesn't have an Irish accent.
That's why it's better.
What are you going against the Irish? Don't say IRA.
No, I'm with Irish.
Oh, that's right. Few parts of Catholicton.
Well, what was it? Remember in fucking Peaky Blinders, the IRA, and fucking he's just looking at him like, shut the fuck up. Best scene ever. I know, but yeah, nah. Like I just didn't find it. They felt like worse versions of Chucky movies. That's what Leprechaun movies feel like. Worse versions of Chucky. And that
What
isn't
came
that
out
isn't
first?
Chucky.
Did it?
It came out in like 86, 87 because it was pre-90s.
I haven't watched that. There's a new Child's Play show out.
There's a new Child's Play show, and I
It's
think
connected to the original.
and I think they're
timeline.
doing a sequel to the new movie.
I don't think they can because they've
No, I think they are because there's a new movie or something coming out.
That was you.
It was me.
Alright.
It's just fucking emails because I've got no pals. Hold on.
Palace.
New Chucky movie 2022. Oh no, it's just it might have been season 2. It might have been season 2. I knew something new came out. I just couldn't mind what it was.
I've not got sort of really watching that yet, but I want to because it's a sequel to the. So what is it? I watched the Curse. Is it Curse of Chucky?
Is that the one that's like the first?
It was on Netflix. I watched it on Netflix.
It's good, but it's not as good as like the original first 3, I'd say.
Aye, but it's got the
It's got
original.
the
It's got original Andy.
Aye.
It's the actor. It's the original actor.
And that's the one where he starts cutting out to like fucking day shit, and then he just gets fucking shotgun into it.
Aye, and then there's a sequel to
there's a
that one
sequel, and
where
that-
he had
If
like.
I'm right, that sequel was bad though.
No, it was good.
Was it?
I think I enjoyed it.
I can't mind it enough.
Andy Bartley was back in it, and then like he possesses the lassie for that one's body. Nisa.
I can't mind.
I think it's Nina.
Yeah.
I think that's the character's name, Nina. If it's no somebody's.
Nino.
Anyway, he possesses her. So like, Charles Ray is in this lassie's body,
not a phrase you want to hear.
and she's played by Brad's daughter, the boy who plays Chucky.
Yeah.
So she's actually really really good at like because she looks a lot like her dad. So it works.
It works. Yeah. What do you you said you've never seen a Hellraiser movie, if I'm right?
I've never seen a Hellraiser movie all the way through.
I think I need to force you to see the bad ones before I show you the good ones.
I've watched all of Kill Meats, Dead Meats,
Kill Meats.
Kill Meats. That's what I do.
Kill meat.
I kill my meat.
you don't beat it, you kill it. Fucking
My
piece
kill,
of sh-
my kill my meat count is at 2 today. What's yours?
0 for like the last 5 months because I don't fucking beat it.
I don't beat my meat.
I don't beat my meat.
No, not November's a long game. Not just for November. No, it's not just for November. It's for life.
That's for life.
There we go.
Still have found an unwilling
I want that
victim.
on the t-shirt.
Fucking hell.
So, well, what was all about horror movies?
Horror movies.
They're not okay. So, Freddy Krueger,
S tier.
S tier. Not in the Nightmare on Elm Street films themselves, just Freddy Krueger
Yeah.
the character.
I think like obviously people argue, but like because like he's not got the highest body count, but I think overall like
He has
horror
off screen.
fuck.
Yeah, technically off screen, I think he's got the highest body count, like especially compared to like Michael Myers, especially if we're taking it in the new continuity.
Jason's got about 150 kills, and that's no.
Jason definitely does have the highest one. I'll say that.
Yeah, like I think Pinhead's pretty close.
But however, it is stated in Freddy's Dead.
That he's killed me, but it's,
No, it's stated in Freddy's Dead that he's basically killed an entire tomb full of Waynes, right?
yeah,
So, that must be a high fucking body count, right?
yeah. But like if we're going by on screen though,
It's not
he's got 43.
43.
At least that's what it was last time.
43 creative. Not all. Well, Freddy's Dead has some.
It's
some.
creative, but it's not the creativity we're looking for, but it's the one we got.
It sacrificed horror a long time ago.
Yeah.
That franchise gave up being a horror movie.
After like the fucking second one
No, I would say
and the first one.
fourth one.
Nah, because like
Fourth one. Fourth
Nah.
one's what.
the
Nightmare on Elm Street 3 is still.
I don't think you can call it a horror.
It's still a horror.
It felt like the Goonies.
Freddy, I think because Wes Craven was writing it, like he was doing more wisecracks, but I feel like they were still a bit mean spirited.
Yeah.
They were still, he
Like,
was still more
like,
mean.
the fucking puppet death is amazing.
Like going from Nightmare on Elm Street 3 to Nightmare on Elm Street 4, Freddy Krueger goes from being like a wisecracking, mean spirited guy to just a wisecracking comedian who then like kills you.
Like I think I actually like the original Freddy, where it wasn't a wisecracker. It was just a mean spirited joker. Like it's what like aside from like I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy. Can you really think of like a joke that he said that you're like that's funny? It's like, look, I can mutilate myself, and he's laughing at it.
No, because he
mean.
doesn't really wisecrack. He kind of just says a lot of threatening shit, doesn't he?
Aye,
Like, oh my, help me, God. This is God. That's not really a wisecrack. That's
him having fun.
That's just
That's Freddy on a Saturday night, looking for his prey. Literally.
Friday night. It's Freddy's night, and he's at I don't know. Can't you? Well, I'm not even going to do that. Edit that out.
No, that's getting kept in.
No, I don't want that kept in.
Too bad.
Oh, beggars can't be choosers.
Yes, they can. They can choose what to beg him.
But Freddy versus Jason. Now
that is a certified hood classic.
That was a movie.
I hate that I like that movie actually. Like it does.
Do you remember the first time we watched that film?
Yeah.
It was at my grand's.
Yeah.
Because I used to remember, but because it was on YouTube, we used to watch it. We used to watch it in parts. We had
in
to
parts.
watch. We had to watch it in
Back
parts.
when you could watch stuff in parts.
Yeah, before they take all that stuff down.
Yeah.
Was it me, you, and Brendan?
Yeah. Is this the same night we watched Jeepers Creepers and that? Like, no, I'm not talking about like for the first time because we watched them without them, but is that the same night we binge watched them again?
I think we did.
I think it might have been.
We had a lovely time with that film.
Yeah.
And then we found that the director was a paedophile.
Yeah. Lovely for like what 12-year-olds to find it.
Can I say that?
What?
That word.
I mean, we said it like the last one.
Pretty sure you can't say that now. Like you can actually swear after the 30 seconds for some reason, but you can't mention that word in case it triggers people.
Well, my childhood was alright despite it happening. Stop the cab!
I would
Stop the cab! Yeah, nah, it's alright, we can just bleep it.
All of that. So,
yeah.
Moving swiftly right on, because that's a conversation I'm not wanting to have right now.
I wonder why. Who's another great horror villain then?
What was it? Jason. You've got Pinhead. Michael Myers. The actor, obviously.
Traumatising everyone with The Spy Who Shagged Me. The original Killer in Black Christmas, not the fucking one where he's yellow.
Or the remake where
he's yellow.
Is he?
He's a Simpsons character.
Did his mum not rape him?
Aye, and he's got a sister that's his daughter. And the thing is, it comes out of nowhere. Like his mom wasn't even like a redneck or nothing.
But I don't get it.
Like his mom's mad that his dad she had a yellow wine with the dad, and then she cheats on him, and then like if I'm right, she can't get pregnant with that guy. So it's like instead of just dumping the cunt, it's like you will give me a child.
I want a Wayne that's no Simpsons character.
That's what the movie boys do.
Is that the plot?
That's pretty much the plot. But yeah, no, it's so bad. Especially in comparison to the original.
What would you do if you had a yellow Wayne?
Sell it.
I put it to the toilet. Because that's where yellow stuff goes.
Why is it yellow and no fucking clear?
Mate, that's fucking bitch dehydrated.
Motherfucker not been drinking.
That's what I do. I just get a lot of water and hope for the best. Put it in the sun. You need some vitamin D. Maybe that's maybe that would have just been fixed to film. I think maybe if you just
because he didn't get vitamin D.
Maybe if you just gave him a lot of vitamin D, man, he would have like.
It's actually the longest standing case he fucking yawned us. Just didn't get the fucking medication or pills he needed because his parents were cheapskates.
Despite the fact being rich living in that house.
I know, like, you think they could have, like, fucking painted him or something? Like, I don't fucking know.
Spread a bit of Nutella and have a black one's better than a yellow one.
Aye, but no. Like,
Okay, I definitely know you've leaked it.
But nah, I like the first killer. Like, the first killer is genuinely scary. Because it's like, what is wrong with this cunt?
Alright, so I think we've talked about horror movies for long enough.
Probably.
I'm not even segueing, I'm just stopping the conversation, moving on to the next one. Just, like, make sure we're on a time limit.
Time limit.
What was the last one again?
I don't think we know.
Oh no, I forgot.
Awkward pauses.
Oh no,
Oh no.
we forgot the conversation mark. We're idiots.
We'll have to come up with a last minute topic.
I guess that's on
Yeah.
track. Right, so what's something that you're into right now?
Manga.
Something we can talk about together.
I don't know. Anime.
Oh, let's talk about Hunter x Hunter then.
Hunter.
Oh yeah, Hunter. I call it Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
It's got the X in there.
It's not your fucking ex, it's Hunter. Hunter's good.
What a tragic show.
Yes, yeah. God's a psycho.
That is the biggest takeaway from that, isn't it? That
Yeah.
he is
A psycho.
a bit psychotic, isn't he?
I think you could also debate whether or not he's a good friend as well. Like, if you look into the logistics of him as a person, you could debate if he is like what you could call a good friend.
He gives me. Do you know what? See, when I was watching that, and as the story progressed, Killer and Gon gave me like this sort of like Obi-Wan Anakin vibe, and Killer's definitely Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan, which is
He's on
fucking
the light
weird.
side.
Which is weird
'Cause
because
he starts off as the character that you're expecting for Gon to like maybe mistrust. Like he's got to be the friend, but he's also got to be the rival, and there's got to be like this thing. But I feel like if there ever was a point where the creator decides that there is got a because I think that must be like a fantasy fight for like Hunter x Hunter fans is what I call Killer and Gon actually fought each other.
Yeah.
Like that must be a fantasy fight right in the back of some of the minds. I definitely thought about it as like, especially I don't know as much because I enjoy them as friends. Definitely, it's a strong friendship, and I feel like that's why a fight between them could actually work, especially when they come out of it, especially how far they like kind of went. Like Killer's on the light side.
Yeah.
Like they're both very grey characters, but Killer falls into the light while Gon falls to the
dark. Literally, as he sacrifices everything.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So like to see a fight between
I
the
like
two.
to see a fight between those two. I actually think Gon might be like, even though he's compelling, I think he might be like the least compelling out of like the main cast, other than like Leorio.
Wouldn't it be like one hell of a twist though if Gon ended up being the twist antagonist of the entire series? Like in the entire time that Gon and Killer have been pals has just been Killer training to actually like beat Gon. That'd be so devastating for Killer too, because that's his first battle.
It would, but the thing is, I don't know if Gon's gonna come back in the story.
You can't just write him out after that.
It's what's happened.
Aye, for the time being, but overall, if he's got to like tie the story up at some point, man, surely you're going to bring back the character they started it all with.
Aye, but realistically, what's Gon got left to accomplish? He's a hunter and he's met his dad. He's set out and met his goals. Realistically, what has he got to do left? Be stronger.
Fucking conquer something. There must be something left for his character.
Like in Killer as well. Like what can you say that Killer's got to left to accomplish? Aside from getting pals.
These are good questions.
Yeah. It's like with Kurapika, there's like quite literally it's happening in his storyline. He's still got business with not just the I was gonna say the ant because I can't fucking think, but with the spiders now that Krollo's got his den again, which I don't.
Aye, but there must be a conclusion there somewhere, man, where they all meet up again. Because it can't be, that cannot be the last time that we'll have to see them in the story. Surely they'll have to come back for at least a final arc, like a final arc.
Yeah, no, I reckon he'll come back. I just don't know what they'll do with him.
I mean, what would you do with a character then? What would you
Kill
do?
him off.
Go like you kill off the main character just like
In
that.
front of his dad.
In front of his dad. I would fucking.
No, but it'd have the storyline.
No, I would explore that darker path because the best thing about it is what they're 15 now in the comics. 15, 14. 14, 15.
I can't mind.
Right, they're older than they were.
Yeah,
Like they're teenagers now, right?
dude, I can't remember.
How the fuck are you not keeping up with this, man? You're the one reading the manga of Mill and Am.
My guy, when did the last chapter come out? Like 2019?
Well, I'm up to date, ain't I? Because I just got into it like last year. And it's still
You're
fresh
not up
in
to
my
date.
mind.
You've not read all yet yet.
No, yeah, but I've read a good portion of it. I read up to the Ahsoka Krogo fight, so
Yeah.
that's saying something.
Yeah, that's like what? Like, I want to say 70 chapters behind where we are, but I can't.
70.
There's no 70 because that would put us there for 100. We're on 390 the new. When does it take place?
By the way, when's it set in the 90s?
You're looking at 100 and thinking it's fucking set in something.
Well, it's got to be set in a time period, isn't it? Of some sort.
Who knows, mate?
Because that's what it started in the 1990s, didn't it?
Aye. Chapter 351, so that's what 29 chapters away from we were.
That's not as big as you were saying, right?
I know, but I was thinking it was like 330 or something. I don't know why it
Well,
was 330.
you're sitting there saying, "Oh, you're well behind there." That's not a lot.
My guy, have you seen what fucking Takashi's done for fucking his paragraphs, my guy? It's a light novel.
And it translated into the show poorly as well.
Yeah.
Like every time there's like maybe an action scene,
no,
and it's just
don't even
and it's
talk
like
about
5 minutes of slow motion and a narrator just talking for ages. It's like an audiobook.
Oh man, I love the fucking what's it called? The fucking announcer, but I hate him at the same time. It's like you've announced too much.
He wasn't even a massive part of the show until like the Chimera Ant arc.
Yeah.
Like he came in at the end of episodes.
Yeah.
Not even that. Actually, I don't even think he was at the end of episodes. I looked at the
He
time.
just showed up.
He showed up every now and then.
Yeah.
Like it was very sparingly that a narration would play the show,
Yeah.
and then it got to like what. I want to say near the end of the
Green Island, like just
Those-
after Greed Island.
Greed Island arc. So at some point in the Greed Island arc and going into the Chimera Ant arc.
Greed Island arc is peak Hunter x Hunter. Fight me.
That's my favourite arc actually.
You get that. I remember I was talking to Matthew and he's like, how?
No, and he actually went, that is because I think I said the same thing to him. I said to him, my favourite one is actually Greed Island.
Like he's like blasphemous.
He was like, it's an interesting opinion.
Uh,
I just think, because I ranked them all. What was my ranking again? I don't even know if I'm going to get the same rank as before, but I'll just kind of go how I feel about it now. I'll say my least favourite one. I'm going to be honest, Chimera Ant arc, I think that's overrated.
yeah, I'd agree it's overrated, but I don't know if I'd say it's the worst arc.
Try to think, is it the worst? What's the other ones? What's the? Because the Hunter
Hunter-
exam arc is definitely up there.
It's up there, but what's directly after it? What's it called? The fight.
No, there's actually a mini arc before that. It's the Zoldyck arc.
The Zoldyck arc isn't good enough. Isn't
It's
it?
not big, it's not long, but I don't think that makes it bad because I
I
was very interested in a lot
It's
of that.
interesting, but I don't think it's better than overall than Chimera. The
Yes.
Hunter's Arena. My bad.
Oh, I don't know about that, Rick. Wrong, Rick. Yeah, it's a bad idea, Rick.
That is peak content right there. But yeah, no. Hunter arc, Greed Island arc, and York New Arc is S tier,
Yeah, York New York is up there for me.
or New York as it should be called.
York New.
York. I love how it's literally just New York, but it's York New, mate.
No, I wonder what that was based off of.
Panama.
Nah, it was Greenland. Clearly,
Yeah.
that's meant
Greenland where it's
to be.
icy.
I can see all the ice that they had.
So ice to meet you.
Yeah, Mr. Freeze, my favourite Batman villain.
my favourite Hunter x Hunter antagonist.
Is the Chimera Ant arc at the bottom for me?
That's interesting.
I think it is. Oh no.
Damn.
No, because I don't even think it's bad per se. I just feel like because I'm thinking about it now, and I feel like a lot that when I'm thinking about it, all the stuff I remember are from different arcs.
Yeah.
Like there is good things about Chimera Ant, but like the best bits are from different arcs, like York New, like Everton Day with Kurapika.
Yeah.
It's pretty lit. Anything and the election arc.
The election, I love
I
it.
feel like it was the election arc I put at the bottom last time, but I feel like as above the Chimera Ant arc simply because of Leorio.
Yeah, and that it's got a soft spot in my heart. Plus, Ahsoka versus the butler. I can't think his name. It begins with a G.
The coin guy.
The coin guy.
Harvey One Face.
Harvey One-Face. That guy, and just
Harvey
just
Fruit Slit.
Harvey Fruit Slit, and just Illumi being a psycho.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
And there was some
And
good
then
character moments in there.
With Killua and Alaka.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
were some really good character moments in there. And as you say, I think that tied up Killua's arc
Yeah.
in a way.
Yeah. Here's segueing into My Hero though. How would you rate My Hero so far?
Oh,
Like
so I've not completed the war arc.
simpleton.
I need to
Up to date. Granted, I've never set him up to date because some chapters you're like, this is pure hype. Then the chapter after you're like, what the fuck have you done? You've killed the hype.
I noticed what I mean. There's a big massive cliffhanger at end of one. It was like, I think it was like sitting. I think it was going to be like a showdown between, because he finally catches up to Bakugo and Deku. I think. And that's like the cliffhanger.
Shigaraki.
And you're like, yes, here's the hype, and then it recaps that, and then the first thing you get, I don't even think it goes. I don't even think it jumps straight into it. I think you're pissing about with somebody else for about fucking 3 pages.
Yeah, I think it's Uraraka.
You're pissing about with Uraraka for about 3 pages, and then you get to that, and then before, and it looks like something's about to happen, and it jumps like.
And the thing is, this is like yeah,
You know, just run away.
Aye, and then Endeavour just shows up.
And then, exactly. And you're just sitting there like, when is like Deku going to be allowed to actually fight?
Don't get me wrong. After that, it does get pretty lit. I think the War Arc is undoubtedly its best arc. Then I'd say My Villain
I have
Academia.
to go. Right, so I'm going to go by the show. What was my favourite arc?
You have to go by the show because they fucking. I don't think you've not read.
I have read the first.
You've got
First arc.
and
the tournament arc.
arc.
I've read the too because I've got the mangas for all of them.
If I'm going just by the show, I think season 2 is my favourite, followed by season 3, then season 4, 5,
so
and then
you
1.
put in Slade. No, what's his name?
Stain.
Stain the hero killer.
Stain
the hero
discount
killer.
Deathstroke. You mean fucking Slade?
Yes. Oh well. Yeah, well, to be fair, everybody in My Hero was based off a more popular character in some form of fashion, right?
Yeah.
Let's be real here. Like All Might is just Superman and Captain America.
Yeah. I mind reading what Horikoshi wrote. He's like, Superman would win, but it's only because he's got laser eyes. And I'm thinking, it's not the fact that he can fucking destroy planets and fucking All Might's barely destroyed in cities. There's a clear power gap here.
It's the same way like if Goku can't beat Superman, All Might can't beat Superman.
I know.
Right?
Can he beat Goku?
Superman can beat Goku.
I meant All Might.
Wait, All Might can beat Goku, no.
That
doesn't make Dragon Ball a good show. No. That is not a valid argument for Dragon Ball being a good show. Just because
Dragon Ball is a good show.
No, not all the time.
Fight me.
It's not always a good show.
Not always, I do agree on that, and I think Super does take the piss. But Dragon Ball Z,
the manga's better than the show. I don't know if that's a controversial take, but
son of a bitch, I think you might be right.
I feel like the manga's more compelling.
I thought the thing is though, I've
only read like a couple of bits here online, but it's better than the show.
But nah, the thing is,
I guess because the voice acting in the show is actually fucking horrendous.
I mean, I think the voice acting is the best thing, just because it's so fucking stupid. But no, like the thing is though, is like that was a fucking 90s show, but my cousins would like watch the reruns, and when I was staying with them, it's just watching Dragon Ball reruns.
I guess because I don't have nostalgia for it. I think
Yeah.
that's the issue. I don't have nostalgia for it, and it's the same with Naruto. I don't have any nostalgia for Naruto, so I think that's
Naruto. Like, if I can be honest, there's like my maybe 4 really like A and above arcs in Naruto, and the rest is just like B, A, like F. Drivel.
B and F tier. I don't like Naruto. I don't like that very much.
I like Naruto, but it's got too many problems.
It's got more issues than a tranny.
Fucking hell. Gonna have to bleep that.
Why are all my best part are just things I can't actually say?
Subscribe to Patreon where you can hear it.
I feel like I'm actually held back by limitations.
Yeah.
What is it? What's that mean? I'm held back by the technology of my time.
So is everyone. I know, but how are you rating the show then? Like, is your favourites?
For my hero. We got so off topic, I don't even know what show we're talking about. Yeah, back to my hero. See, mate, this is a show about a wee boy, man. It's about this wee boy who wants to be a hero, but he's scum. Right?
Straight inbred, yeah. Man don't know what he's doing, aye.
But in terms of the show, he's basically scum the lowest of the low, right? He's got no power whatsoever. There's people out there whose powers are literally just
long nose.
I can like make grass grow like by an inch, and they're considered more valuable to society than he ever will be. And he's intelligent. His intelligence means jack shit without any power though. Luckily, All Might's a feminist.
Oh man.
And a communist and believes his powers literally one for all. So I believe that he has got.
He fights for all rights.
Exactly, man. So he's sitting there going, even scum deserve a chance.
After he crushes his dreams.
After he crushes his dreams. And then he does the best thing he could do and give him inheritance.
I was like, I'm sorry I upset you. Go lift, like, you don't even lift, bro. Lift weights, so and I'll give you my hair.
It's honestly a better version of the MCU Spider-Man.
I know. But like, what's your favourite? Like, ranking the seasons.
Season
2.
Season 4. That's why I don't like season 4. Because I don't feel like you like that arc a lot.
I'm disinterested in overhaul. No overhaul. I'm disinterested in fucking Mirio and the Big Three, and I just find a lot of the stuff boring.
I like Mirio.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm
a sucker for anybody whose powers is when he activates him, he ends up naked.
Maybe I've just got something against people like Tintin. I don't know. But it's just
he looks like Tintin.
I just can't stand the sight of him.
Yeah, my favourite one's when Tintin shows up.
Yeah.
And then he says his famous catchphrase is Tintin thing.
Like, I think like Mirio gets like some genuinely like good stuff, but like I just find him annoying. And like the Sir Night Eye, everyone's like, "Oh, Sir Night Eye is dead." I'm like, he was a bit of a prick, to be fair.
Saying that season 3. Oh, season 3's first half is actually really good. Yeah. That's a really good first half.
The invasion.
Yeah, because you have to split it up by season. Like you have to split it up by part. Except for season 1, because season 1 is just one arc, but every other season's like 2 arcs.
Yeah, I just like I really.
The second arc's always like filler, right?
What, you talking about the tournament arc?
Well, no. The tournament, I would say the tournament arc and the staying arc. Season 2 is actually the only one that has like 2 arcs that I actually feel very important. But
and
season 3, I mean, he does get the hero license, but something important happens. But I don't know, like season 3, it's like the first half you got your big arc, and then there was like this little.
Come down.
It's like, that's what I mean. It's
actually, you know, do you want me to be serious here?
Yeah.
Do you know my favourite part of season 4? It's the Jiro arc.
It kind of alternates between story arcs and then high school arc, doesn't it? It's like there's
I actually like the high school arc more in season 4.
What was the high school arc season 4?
It's when they make the band and stuff, and like they like the show.
That was pretty good. I loved the second half of season 4 too.
Yeah.
That's why. But season 4 to me's got 2 really good arcs as well. Actually,
I think Overhaul is very compelling, more compelling than Shigaraki at that point in time.
Then Shigaraki just went Joker.
You
don't know he's turned into the Joker. Don't. He's got a grin.
He's always had a grin. He's just not got a mask to hide it anywhere.
Honestly, he's like 2 steps away from saying society.
I mean, you're not wrong, but he's vastly different for the Joker in my opinion.
Honestly, like I'm expecting next time him and All Might to meet up. Actually, him and All Might can literally be summed up by that one meme for the Joker movie where it's like
We
you
love
can't
our
like you
society.
fucking deserved.
Yeah, no, I think like Shigaraki becomes very compelling, and then it's just like he may be compelling, but guess what? We don't got time for that,
Oh,
and I don't want to spoil what happens. But yeah, nah, Shigaraki like
I think Todoroki's my favourite side character.
favorite side. It's between Bakugo and Todoroki.
Bakugo's not a side character though.
Mate. Mate.
That's the thing. Like Bakugo's
If that's the thing, then fucking Todoroki's not a side character.
he's the what is it?
He's got his own arcs for fuck's sake,
But Bakugo's basically like the second lead.
and he's better than Deku.
You're just very into edgy characters.
Right. Ironically, I'm into Bakugo because he's edgy.
Here's
I'm into him because he tells Midoriya to get a grip when he needs to get a grip.
you're telling me that guy doesn't need to get a grip.
Aye, no, that's what I mean. He needs to get a grip, but he's out here still telling Orkans to get a grip. He knows he's got problems, but he still wants you to get a grip.
I think my favourite Bakugo moment is in season 5. It's like, what's the plan? Bakugo, yeah, just shove that up and listen to me. He just starts barking commands at them, and then they just
And
they're
it
just
works.
and he's honestly just sitting there like talking about how epic he is and all that, and they're just stuck there listening to him because he can't get a word in.
My favourite thing is that it's like, even though he's pissing his ass, we trust him because he's a smart cunt.
It's when he actually shows intelligence
Aye.
that you're actually scared of him.
Yeah. I think, doesn't he not get better grades than Deku as well? He's a straight A. Deku's like got a B in intelligence.
Do you know what his problem was? I think this is the thing. I know. I feel like a lot at the time. I've noticed in anime is like the two characters that usually end up starting off on one level, and a lot of them seem to go different level.
Yeah.
Like Deku basically had nothing to rely on but his intelligence,
Yeah.
and Bakugo was basically close enough to the fact his powers are fucking banging.
Yeah.
Then they get put into the same place where like Deku obviously has an advantage over him to start with. But
Well, actually, I wouldn't say he has an advantage at the start because he didn't know how to control it.
no, well in terms of like the actual like
actual
writing, that side of it, academic side of it.
Academic.
This is what I'm talking about.
But the
Like
thing,
Bakugo obviously had that power edge on him.
but
So Deku's always striving to get to the power level.
but the thing is, Bakugo's consistently above him in exams and stuff, like consistently.
In high school too.
In high school, like,
Aye, but they've got prejudice.
like
You're telling me no prejudice against the one boy that's not got a quirk?
yeah, that's how I clock because why he's there.
No, I meant high school. He didn't have a quirk.
That's middle school for them.
Middle school, aye, whatever.
I know they were prejudiced, but the thing is,
They were prejudiced, aye.
they were definitely prejudiced. Just like me back then, when some cunt said they were a goth, even though I'm one myself.
I'm prejudiced against other goths. They're not as gothy as me.
They don't listen to MCR or Blackfield Prides.
And they certainly don't listen to Panic at the Disco.
When they said I'm not okay, they didn't feel that. I did. I know, but I think Bakugo is like a consistently compelling character, and the thing is, he is the flaw in their society because he's got an excellent quirk. He does get brought up. His parents can't really complain about him because it's
His dad just seems like he doesn't do nothing.
no. But the thing is, he's like
I think it's his mom.
It's his mom, but the thing is, they can't really complain about him, can they? Because he's got a powerful quirk. Everyone says that he's a great student. He's not a troublemaker. Like, yes,
He's not a troublemaker.
and
Is that not the entire thing that he just does? Is because like he wasn't a troublemaker because that high school was prejudiced as all fuck.
in
But
comparison,
but by the time he actually gets to UA, he is considered a bit of a troublemaker. Like basically, him and Deku are always the ones at the front lines of getting pulled up for something.
in comparison to Deku, though, Deku's the biggest troublemaker.
That's because Deku's got a compulsive fucking reaction to just do whatever he thinks. He's got ADHD.
No, no, like you know how like Midoriya's so brave. I'm thinking, no, he's not doing this because he's brave. He's doing this because he just reacted.
He's got ADHD.
Everyone's like, it's what a hero does. It's like, no, he should have thought about what he's did. Look at him, he's got 2 broke arms. He couldn't fucking save Todoroki for Dabi, for fuck's sake.
I feel like deep down he knows that, because every time All Might says that to him, you can see the look on his face as if he's like, like mate, I was running on adrenaline. I just enjoy the thrill. That's what I want. That's what I want Deku's character to be. That it's just right down there. I enjoy the thrill. I love it.
Yeah.
I love the chase. I love the thrill of the chase. So did I answered that? What's my least favourite arc then? Oh, you're gonna hate me. Because you know what I'm going to say now.
I'm going to take my belt off and start smacking you.
You know which one it is, don't you?
My villain. I won't lie, they didn't do it justice.
No, but even then, I don't know. I hate to say this, but I'm just not as interested in the villains.
I'm more interested in the villains than I'm the main character.
I get that I'm in the minority, so I'm wrong.
Yeah,
right?
I'm wrong.
Yeah, I'm wrong.
Objectively.
I'll admit that on camera and on mic right now that I am 100% wrong.
That's your fault. That's your bad.
My opinion is wrong.
That's on me.
However, I can't change it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, but I think the reason that is so much better in the comics, but in the manga is because it begins from Spinner's perspective. A lot of people, and you're thinking, why the fuck is Spinner, right? But it's like it's interesting from his perspective, because it's like he, in comparison to like Shigaraki and all that, he's like nout compared to them.
He's got nout. Well, I think that's a good place to cap off.
I'd agree.
Just like My Hero capped off. What's his name?
Twice.
I love how I get so close to getting the name right. I get so close to it.
Oh man.
But I get it completely wrong at the same time.
It's the alcohol.
I'm going to blame it on the whiskey, yeah.
Yeah.
And the joints.
I won't lie to you. This whiskey's so warm. It's like I want to keep drink. It's like if it was just cola that was warm, I'd drink it. But it's like the warm whiskey is getting to my soul, man. I love it.
Least favourite anime is Naruto.
Let me get up my fucking list. I can't even fucking think of what I think the worst anime of all time is. Well, I don't know what the worst one is.
The best one's obviously Boku no Pico, obviously.
Yes, but if you're asking for my actual answer, the best.
No, my favourite one so far has definitely been Hunter x Hunter.
You know, if you're asking for hang on, I'm going to go to all, and then I'm going to go score by score.
Saying that I'm not as versed as you are.
Yeah.
In the anime and manga.
If I'm talking about like the greatest, also one of the greatest manga of all time, but greatest anime of all time, I'd go with Monster.
Mine's just got to be Morbius.
It's Morbin time, but yeah, if I'm going by, I actually, you know what? It's
the Morbin time.
But yeah, no, it's Monster, and then this is where my opinion gets a bit sus, because I know a lot of people think this isn't good, but it is to me, Angels of Death. But yeah, I just need to state.
So I'm not the only one with controversial opinions.
I've got controversial opinions, but yeah, if you want, like, what's the lowest rated show I've got? I'll tell you. It's the Berserk. Even though Berserk's a great manga, its adaptations are pretty bad. Like the one in the 90s is like a 5 out of 10 at best, but Berserk the second season for 2016, 2017.
Oh, what's the best adapted anime then? What's the best?
Monster. But yeah, then after that it's like fucking Sword Art Online 2, which is the one where it has a fucking gun, and then like Bakugan Battle Planet.
Bakugan.
Do you remember Bakugan?
Oh, I remember Bakugan. I always hated it because it wasn't, because I always felt like a shittier version of Pokemon. But I don't know if Bakugan came first, but I always preferred Pokemon.
It didn't, but did you even really watch Bakugan? Are you thinking of Digimon?
I'm thinking of Digimon.
You're thinking it. Ironically, I think a lot more. I think it's like even
that must be a common mishap. I think people must confuse the two.
Bakugan's literally like metal. Like
I remember the toys. I remember the toys being advertised.
The toys were fucking sick as fuck.
I could never get them to work.
I could,
but you have to throw them.
I debate with one. I prefer more Bakugan and Beyblade. Did you ever watch Beyblade? Beyblade, let it rip. No.
Let it rip. That's what I do with joints.
I mean, I'm devastated that you can't fuck. You did not experience Beyblade. Oh, it was so good.
No, didn't watch Beyblade. Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. My favourite Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Nah, original Yu-Gi-Oh!
Your original Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
I'm all about the 5Ds, baby.
I do like 5Ds. I just don't think it's the best.
Say that I've not watched the original Yu-Gi-Oh! In a long,
I don't even think.
long time.
Did you ever finish the original Yu-Gi-Oh?
I never finished it because you. Well, you know, man, it was CITV. We had to watch it
Aye.
on. They never had it. They never aired the episodes in the right order. So
You'd get the last episode.
I would watch one episode. It would have a cliffhanger. I'd come back the next day and it'd be a completely different arc.
It's the last episode for the first episode and the first episode and the last episode.
And I'm like 3 years out, so I've not got time to like. I'm
It's
3
time
years
to
out. I'm 3 years
duel.
out. It's like 2004. There's no like internet Google yet. There's no Google.
There is Google.
Well, I had no access to Google.
That's what it is. You didn't have access.
I had no access to Google as a 3 year old. There was no
You-
smartphones.
Do you don't think that's fucked up? We're like the last generation, well, one of the last like generation that don't like are they like 3-year-olds that know how to work like a phone or laptop.
Because we had the fucking Nokia brick phones.
Aye, but do you not think that's wild? It's like fucking like a 3-year-old's got like the fucking capacity to work it. Whereas like if you asked me at that age, I'd be like, mate, my shit smells good.
Mate, we had to transition to smartphones.
We had to try flip phones and slide phones. Oh my god, I miss my old silver slide
Do you
phone.
remember that time?
Oh,
like,
man.
I had, because my grandfather always got worried about me, so he'd send me out with my. He sent me
You're,
with his phone.
aye.
Remember that time I lost it in the street? I started greeting.
Oh man, I don't know if you remember my silver slide up phone. The only reason I remember it so vividly is because, and I'm not afraid to admit this. This was before I joined the wave. What everyone was saying. I asked my cousin Stephen to like swap a song, and it was Justin Bieber's Baby, and I listened to it. And I was like, this is good, but then everyone was like, it's so shit. And little like fucking, I don't know, like fucking 8-year-old me or whatever was like, yeah, it's shit, deleting it off my phone.
Oh.
This was before I had the Rebel Street.
Did you not get caught for it before you deleted it too?
Aye,
Or like you said that and then somebody else was playing it on your phone. No,
aye, but that doesn't matter. You don't need to mention that. I just wanted to be like the cool kids, because all the cool kids seem like they seem
What
to
cool
fit
kids
in.
were you hanging about, man?
There's neither. Tell you right, there's right now. In high, like if we're going by like judging them in high school, there wasn't any fucking cool kids in our year group.
I mean, I was like back like that was 2010. That Justin Bieber's Baby. Do you remember all the memes? Oh my god, why are we still recording?
But mate, it's getting kept in because that's fucking funny. But we should probably end it here then. Aye.
At this point, man,
Last minute podcast with a last minute segue into fucking childhood. I've been Mark. I'm assuming you've been KJ. Have you?
you'll die. My Wi-Fi did beat.
Yeah, that's about as good as we're gonna get. See you later. Bye.